Yeah. The next to do it in my city, they know it. High level conversations with politicians and lawyers.
What's going on, family? Name is Jory Miller. This is Casting Pearls, episode 3 out of 8 in this series, entitled Against All Odds. Today, we are going to be talking about perspective. I'm super excited about this. This is, I would call it super fresh off the print. Why is that? Because, this morning I was taking a shower and, I was reflecting on the past episodes that I have recorded, and I felt like it wasn't my best work. Right. And of course, again, I'm super critical of myself. So I'm like, I feel like I didn't have enough like mic drop moments or what have you. Right. Like, bam, like there you go. Cool. And again, not to take nothing away from the actual substance or context, right, that was delivered on during those episodes, but I didn't really feel it in my spirit. And as I began to shower, I just had a download. Like they call it, download from heaven. And just really wanted to have what is being said today be like super relevant, because a lot of things I take note of, but I don't deliver. I don't, share with you immediately or with the world immediately. Here today, this is something that again was like super fresh and super relevant, and something again that just came to me. And God, just in my time with God, most of my time with God, again, there's prayer, when I'm in the shower, when I'm getting prepared for my day, when I'm on my way to work, things like that. So I'm just giving you guys, bring you guys in a little closer in those moments, right? And that's why we have Casting Pearls, right? I'm casting to you what's given to me for your benefit, so you can be encouraged, so that you can know what the journey is like in pursuit of purpose. All right, here we go. Hope you guys are having a great day, by the way. So, episode 3, Casting Pearls, zooming out for definition. Just a little summary, right? So, my most joyless moments have come from times when I was really zoomed in on a situation. And what I mean by that, I was very invested in a situation, zoomed in, not looking at other areas of my life, right? Just looking at this one situation, this one moment in time. And oftentimes I'm so zoomed in and locked in and rooted in the situations that situation has like passed. So again, there's a situation in time, and other moments have come, and I've come and gone physically from that situation, got off the phone, whatever. And I stayed in there. It's like I just stayed connected to that moment, even though time has lapsed. And I'm having these moments that were, say, negative, are not the best, to extend their influence in my life longer than what they should have influenced, in that moment, right? Because again, the last example, moment happened, I've left the room where that moment, I've left that moment. Let's call that moment a room. And then now I'm, carried on in my life, and I'm now in other compartments of my life, right? For example, I'm at home now with my son, and I've brought that energy, I've brought, the negativity from 3 rooms ago, right? 3 moments ago, 3 areas of my life ago, home. And I haven't allowed myself to be as present as I should have been, right? Giving myself to my son, which is more important than any of this to me. So being zoomed in and locked in for too long is not the greatest thing. Now, as I was thinking about this, I'm like, okay, well, I try to not make blanket statements. For example, a blanket statement is someone that's saying, okay, I don't know, all tall people are this way. That's not right. All tall people aren't a way, or so on, right? So I try not to make blanket statements, because I think there are exceptions. So I started thinking about, where, in me saying, okay, zoom out for definition, need to zoom out sometimes, okay, poke holes in that. This is what I am doing. I'm like, okay, why is zooming out not okay? Why would somebody want to be locked in? And I thought about the late, great Kobe Bryant. Kobe was, I think, a prime example of someone that was super locked in his life, in his career, super present. And also, Kobe was a husband. Kobe was a father. Kobe was an entrepreneur. He had a business, multiple businesses and ventures and things like that. I mean, we don't know the ins and outs of his life and what if he dropped the ball in other areas, because he was so locked in. We know him to be the greatest, one of the greatest basketball players to ever live. And I can't truly speak to his autobiography hasn't been written or came out in the movie talking about his real life behind the scenes, but I know what my real life is behind the scenes. And I know that I'm super zoomed in and I'm super like locked in, and I don't unplug and come out of that situation in order to be present in the next situation or the next moment in my life. It affects the other areas of my life negatively. And oftentimes people who are the most successful, have the most going for themselves, a lot of times they have like, there's no such thing as balance. I had to learn that early on in my life if I was going to like in pursuit of like just greatness, right? Being great at something. That balance is something that I just need to like get out of my head. And I know that may sound crazy, but let me give you a little bit more context. Balance, right? I mean, everything is okay in every area, on every side. But when you fully present in some place, you're not present in the other. So it's out of balance. So you can never, and if I'm like in my house, fully present, I'm preparing dinner for, the family, whatever, for myself, like then I'm not in my business, I'm not here, I'm not there. These sectors, these other areas of your life can help sustain you on your greater purpose or sustain you in the area of your life where you were, just taking the L. So it's really important, again, to zoom out. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, please. Lastly, all right, so I love this one. All right, so things may not make the most sense when you're zoomed in. Zooming out will give you clarity, give you definition. Well, again, the title of this episode is Zoom Out for Definition, right? But a synonym for definition can be clarity. I'll also say purpose, right? And help you understand. And purpose and clarity helps you understand something, why or why not, right? It helps you understand in this situation, and when zooming out, you can see what's really going on. That's why it's important to zoom out. I think that when you're too zoomed in, things may not make sense. For example, if this camera had to be zoomed in on my face and all you may see is just this acne, right, all up in this region or whatever, right? And like, bro, like what is, like, this doesn't make sense. Like, this is a video about acne. No, I'm not a dermatologist. This is not a video about acne, right? You zoom out and you'll be able to see the handsome, tall black man standing, sitting in front of you. But that's why it's so important that you need to zoom out, man. And a lot of times, I think, one of the last things I'll say is, the practical way to zoom out may be in the form of prayer, in the form of reflection. And it happens sometimes, like, it needs to happen in real life. Like, it'll maybe happen when you're transitioning from this one area, you're leaving work and going home, jumping from moment to moment. Like, for example, I may have a tough engagement with a coworker or dealt with something negative, and then now I'm having to go amongst the people that I lead and give them instruction on something. But if I'm so it was so invested and I'm still present in the moment that happened 15 minutes ago and not before you where I am, then a lot of times you'll miss the opportunity to give yourself wholly to people and to an audience or to a thing that really needs every ounce of you right there at that moment. And if you are not zoomed out and you still present in other moments and not, you aren't planted where your feet are, you'll also confuse and impact negatively other people in your life as well. Because they're like, where is all this coming from? Why am I being, talked to or dealt with as if I did something wrong? Allow yourself to be recharged, repurposed by, re-encouraged by the things and the people in your life and the other sectors of your life, man. So that'll be it for this episode. I want to land this plane, but I don't want to close out this without talking about this book by Mr. James Clear called Atomic Habits. I think it's a really good book. I think this book is relevant to the topic of discussion, which is zooming out for clarity, zooming out for definition. Why? Because I think, Atomic Habits talk about making tiny changes in order to achieve remarkable results. But if you don't understand what needs to be done in other areas, or that there even are other areas of your life that are impacting, say that you want to be, I don't know, Jesus, you want to be a better basketball player, but you so invested on like being on basketball itself, but then also like you don't not zoom out and you don't realize that hey, well, you're not eating properly, so your diet is really garbage, so that impacts your performance. Or you get your home life is this and this, and now that impacts your performance because you're not present at work on the court, you're thinking about, what's going on at home. Will impact if you're in school, college, or whatever. Your grades will impact you getting on the floor at all. Zoom out and attack and give all the areas of your life what they need, so that the most crucial and important parts of your life, won't go without flourishing. You want to flourish as a whole. Really good book. And again, that is episode 3 of Casting Pearls. We zooming out for definition, zooming out for clarity, zooming out for purpose, so that we can be sustained and we can go the distance. All right. You guys be blessed. My name is Jory Miller. This is Casting Pearls. Love you all. Until next time. Peace.